Good morning. I would like to welcome you all to the 2020-21 kindergarten parent meeting. We would like to thank you for joining our family here at Georgetown Elementary School. This morning, we will introduce you all to our administration team, which consists of Dr. Michael Forte, principal, and Dr. Terry Massa, assistant principal.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Terry Massa, the assistant principal at Georgetown, and I welcome you, the parents and students, to Georgetown. And I'm looking forward to such a wonderful year with your students. I know this is not the traditional way we start, but I know we will, as a family, we will get through it and we will persevere and we will have an awesome year.
Good morning. My name is Michael Forte, the proud principal of the Georgetown Elementary, and we're excited to welcome you to our family. We understand that this is the new normal. However, we're thankful for our kindergarten teachers that have persevered through this, also for our special teachers that have persevered through this to ensure that you are communicated with the information that will help you to best assist your kindergarten superstar. We're looking forward to seeing their growth, and we know that this, in spite of the pandemic, will be a wonderful and a special year. Of course, we do look forward to having our little babies in the building. Once again, have a great year. And if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact myself or Dr. Massa. Of course, you can start with your kindergarten teacher as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Forte and Dr. Massa. We will continue our presentation by introducing to you all our special teachers. Right now we have with us Mr. Jeremy Williams, who is our music teacher.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Williams. I've been the music teacher here at Georgetown going on 13 years now, and I am going to be your children's music teacher. Your children will attend all specials classes just like if they were at school in person. So they will be attending art classes, music classes, counseling, everything that they normally would, but they'll do it online. So I'll be joining them next week, and each of those classes will be 1 day a week. I also want to mention that for music specifically, we have a new website that we're using called www.quavermusic.com, and it has a lot of really great fun games and music, songs, and things that the kids can learn from on there. But we're going to be in music, we're going to be singing songs, we're going to be learning about instruments, we're going to be learning about famous composers and music history. We're just going to have a really great time, and they're going to love their art classes and they're going to love their other classes. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing at home to help our students, and everybody stay safe, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams, for introducing our parents to the specials. We appreciate you being here this morning with us. Next, we will introduce you to your kindergarten teachers, the best teachers in the building.
Yay!
First, I'd like to introduce you to myself. I am Miss Markeisha Kirksey. I have been at Georgetown Elementary School. This will be my 16th year. I have taught kindergarten for 13 years, 13 of those years. I'm very excited about this new, different way of teaching and learning for the students. I'll next introduce you to Ms. McKenzie.
Hi, I'm Mrs. McKenzie, and this is my second year at Georgetown Elementary. I actually hail from New York City, and I'm having an amazing time at Georgetown, and I know I'm going to have an amazing year with you. I've been teaching for over 25 years, and out of those 25 years, I taught pre-K and kindergarten for about 15 years. So I know I come with a wealth of knowledge to assist you and your child through this new normal. We are going to have an amazing year.
Hello, my name is Miss Williams, and I've taught at Georgetown for about 5 years. I've taught kindergarten for 3 years, And I'm so excited. Things going to be different, but we're going to do our best to help your child. I've taught for 27 years, and I've taught, they call me the international teacher because I've taught in Opelika, Germany, Japan. And I'm so excited to have your child in my class. And anytime you need me, I'm always available. Thank you.
Now we will go over our agenda for this meeting. We will speak with you about PBIS, Class Dojo, starting the day, it being a different world, and Zooming. First, we would like to begin with PBIS. Georgetown Elementary School is a PBIS school, along with many other schools in Muskogee County School District. PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. Our expectations at Georgetown Elementary School is for everyone here in our building and associated with our building to always be ready, be respectful, and be responsible. We use a system called Class Dojo to communicate with our parents. Class Dojo is one of the most important things that you need to link to, and I'll tell you more about linking to Class Dojo. Ms. Williams will share with you about linking to Class Dojo.
We can connect you by using your email address or your cell phone number. So you need to try to keep up. If your phone change or anything, please let us know now so we can you'd be able to get into Class Dojo. For example, we have like Ms. McKenzie has invited, or Mrs. Williams, Ms. Curse has invited you to join Class Dojo. To set this, you have to click the link and you have to sign in. You have a code that you will have to sign in. After you do that, then this screen will appear and it says Georgetown Elementary School, in Ms. is in your name, Miss Williams' name, or whoever name, and I am your child name, might be Trinity parent. And the next screen, you will put your first, last name, your email address, which will be important, and your password. After you do that, then the next screen will appear. It says using Dojo at home, and then you will be able to get that app on your phone.
One thing to remember, parents, when you put your email address and your password in there, go ahead and jot it down somewhere where you'll be able to find it in case you're like me and forget your passwords a lot. Now we will talk about starting our day.
Okay, we will begin our day promptly at 8 a.m. If your child is tired, he or she will miss out on very important lessons. If your child does not log in, please make sure that you send a Class Dojo message or email stating why he or she was absent. Please submit those in before 8 o'clock or around 8. Morning work review. Here's an example of the morning work review that your child will get. For example, caller identification. The child will have to circle, the word is blue, the child will have to circle this, color this circle blue, and also color the next circle red. For writing numbers, your child will have to write the number 0 at least two or three times, and the number 1. For counting, they will have to count the item. For example, they see one happy face, so they will write the number 1 on the line next to it. Then the child will see 2 triangles, and they will write the 2 next on the line next to the triangle. Under that, you see the letter recognition. The letter M is what we will be focused on, in a lowercase m. They will define the lowercase m and the uppercase m, and they will circle it. For the beginning sounds, the child will look at each picture and try to find this beginning sound M. And if they look at the picture motorcycle begins with the M, so they will circle the picture motorcycle. The handwriting and sight word. They will look at the capital M and they will try to write the capital M next to at least 2 times, and the lowercase m. I know probably at this time they probably write in real large, so at least try to, if they can get 2 in, but at the beginning of the school year, most of the time they probably get 1 M, 1 lowercase m. Then we will have most of our sight words like me and mom. We put the sight words where the kids can practice writing the sight word and also learn the sight word.
This is a gradual release sheet that we use, when the children are in the classroom, this is what is waiting on them every morning when they come in. At the beginning of the week, we provide assistance for the children. We go over it together. As the week proceeds, the children are allowed to work with their classmates to complete the sheet. And then on Friday, the students are required to work by themselves independently to show us what they are able to do. The skills on this sheet will change as we go throughout the year. Again, this is a review sheet so that the children don't lose those skills that they were taught already, but we may not be focusing in on in our daily lessons at the time. So this is a chance for us just to renew those things, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So this is to prevent them from losing those skills that we have previously taught. A different world. We will now introduce to you our newsletter/homework sheet. At the top of our homework sheet, you will find a letter from your child's teacher, and it will give you some information about different things that are going on in the school. As you can see, this is an older one, just as an example to you, but we will have these uploaded onto our Class Dojo pages very soon. At the bottom of our parent letter, our newsletter, you'll find a bunch of things. First, we provide for you any important dates that you need to remember. We will celebrate birthdays for the month. In the middle section, we're telling you everything that we're learning. In math, you'll be able to see exactly what we're focusing on math. In ELA, in the ELA section, we also provide you with our high frequency words, which are sight words. We'll tell you more about those later. And we will give you the oral vocabulary that we are teaching the children too. Science will tell you exactly what's happening in science in our class, as well as social studies. We pinpoint our phonics for the week. And then when you'll flip on the back, but of course, virtually it'll be two different sheets, but normally when you get the newsletter, on the back you'll find our homework sheet. Our homework consists of ELA and math activities. These are called choice boards. The choice boards are created with a variety of learning style activities so that you can pinpoint which one your child likes to do most. On Mondays and Wednesdays, they will complete one ELA choice, and we ask that you allow them to read for 10 minutes or read to them for 10 minutes. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're asking that you allow them to complete one activity from the math homework choice board. For these activities, some of them require written responses, some of them do not. If there is a game or something that does not require a written response, we do ask that you submit videos or pictures to us using Class Dojo or our email addresses, which we provide all teachers' email addresses on the front of our newsletter. Send in those pictures of those videos so that we can see the children in action. We also share those videos with the children in class so they get to see their classmates at home having fun while learning. Now, Ms. McKenzie will bring to us Reading Wonders and Envision Math.
We're looking at Reading Wonders and Envision Math. Reading Wonders has to do with the ELA component, comprehension, phonics, and reading. And the math has to do with Envision. These will be our primary sources of information sending home to you. We will also have supplementary sources, but most likely it will be the Reading Wonders and the Math Envision. And these, we'll also have these on platforms on the internet, and also we have physical copies to send to you. Then we'll move to the sight words. We're going to address sight words, which is very important for our young readers. It says, parents, please make sure your student can identify each of these words by the end of kindergarten school term. They do not have to be able to spell them. They just need to be able to read the word as soon as they see it. And each child should be able to know by the end of the school year at least 75 words they should know from the list that will be sent home to you. And also, we will be giving you strategies of how you can help your child to memorize these words by sight.
Next, we will talk about our assessments. There are two assessments that are majorly used in kindergarten, and those are ESGI, Click, Click, Done, and G-Kids. So we'll give you a chance to look at our ESGI. Give me just one moment to get access to it. And please forgive me for not having this ready this morning. We're going to give you a chance to see what ESGI looks like as we assess the students. The students will come on the screen with us, or if they're here in person, they'll come up to us and we will select the test to give to them. And the children will see the letter appear. They will state the name. If the child gets it correct, we will select Y for yes. If they get it wrong, let's say this W, they called it a Y, we will write a note in here that they said Y instead of W, and we will select no. We'll continue to go through the test, and I'll just click on through this test so you guys can see what happens at the end. We tell the children that they're working towards getting a green by the end of the year, a full green circle, which you will see in just a moment. So we will discuss with the children what their percentage is and how much they need to grow in order to meet the requirement and meet the standard. Along with this, we will send home to you guys a parent letter. And on the parent letter, it will show you everything that the child got correct. It will also show you everything they got incorrect. As you can see, the W has a number 1 next to it. That means there's a note down here in the note section to let you know what the misconception was. So this student thought it was a Y instead of a W. So this helps you to be aware of what your child is able to do and any misconceptions they have so that you can practice those things at home. The next thing that we will discuss is our G-KIDS testing. Our G-KIDS is a year-long assessment that, just like most of the things in kindergarten, they have the whole year to be able to complete successfully. G-KIDS, for the mathematics portion, the big ideas that they cover are: a kindergarten student will model real-world problems by composing 2- and 3-dimensional shapes. A kindergarten student will count using multiple strategies. And a kindergarten student will apply multiple strategies to solve real-world problems using addition and subtraction. In English language arts, our big ideas that we're focusing on are: a kindergarten student will understand the relationship between letters and sounds and recognize high-frequency words, also known as sight words, with speed and accuracy. A kindergarten student will independently read grade-level text of different genres with accuracy and demonstrate comprehension by answering text-dependent questions. And a kindergarten student will independently write more than one complete thought on a single topic using phonetic spelling and key print conventions. We also test them on their approaches to learning, and that big ideal is that a kindergarten student will demonstrate behaviors used to acquire new knowledge and skills and engage in the learning process. And the last thing we test them on are their personal and social development. The big ideal is that a kindergarten student will demonstrate skills and behaviors used for self-regulation and interactions with others. Now, Ms. Williams will bring us information about the kindergarten grading system.
The kindergarten students work throughout the entire school term to reach mastery of each standard. And students will receive letter grades instead of numerical grades. If you look at this, you will see the E, which stands for exceeding standards. That means a child has gone beyond the standards. M means a child meets the standards. The child is doing exactly what they need to accomplish the goal, that standard. P means in progress. It means the child is progressing but need that little work. And N means needs improvement. The child needs a little help and to improve to master the standards. Here are some of the things you most likely child will receive in Class Dojo, and each has a point during that when we have small groups instruction time. Please make sure to review your child's Class Dojo daily in order to be aware of how they're working. And here are some of the things that you more likely would see. If you see this face, happy face, it means the child exceeds the standard. The next face with a smile, the child is in progress. And then you see the next face where you see all his teeth, the child meets standards. The one with the check in the box means the child needs improvement. under that, you see the thumbs up means the child is on task, the child is doing exactly what it needs to do. And then you see the light bulb means participating with the whole group. The next you see the awards means working hard. And these are some of the codes you will see in Dojo.
If you notice here, they have the point value, and those points are earned so that the children will use them to cash them in for different rewards and celebrations that we offer here through our PBIS system. So you'll notice that no matter what level they're on, they still get the same amount of points. But this is an opportunity for you as a parent to know what your baby is doing every single day. If you're checking this daily, then you'll know if your child is exceeding the standard, in progress, meeting them, or needs improvement. These are not the only ways that they will be able to earn those points. We will also have behavior items that are in there. So it is very important for you guys to check your Class Dojo every day to see how your child is performing.
And this is a way we communicate with parents too. Report card. This is your report card. I know it's a lot, but these are some of the standards that we cover. And I want you to look up where you see the grading scale on the left-hand side. You will see what the E stands for, exceed standards. M means meet standard. P means in progress. N means need improvement. If you look on the quarter one, if you look down to the bottom, you see that area shaded. That means that we have not covered that skill at the time. That will be covered like in the second, third, or fourth quarter. If you look to the side at the county, the different standards, it would tell you if your child mastered those standards, if they exceed the standards, or in progress. And most of the time at the beginning of school year, most of the child will get a P in progress because that's something we will focus on, and that will give the child more likely in quarter three, set 3 or 4, might be quarter 2, the child might end up meet the standards. If you look at it, we have the different subjects. We have mathematics standards, language arts standards, reading foundation skills. We have writing, social studies standards, approaching to learning, and we have the social development.
I would tell you, parents, do not worry if your child is getting P's. Again, this is one of those kindergarten things where they have all year to get an M. If they get an M in the first or second grade quarter, that's awesome. We're going to keep pushing them on to first grade skills. But if they are getting P's, they are right where they need to be for kindergarten. Now, if we get in the fourth grading quarter and we still haven't met the third grading quarter and we haven't met those M's yet, then we have to work a little harder to push them to get it so they can accomplish that before the fourth grading quarter. So do not worry, do not fret if they're getting P's throughout the year. That's what's supposed to happen. They're in progress. They're learning these skills. They're building on those skills. Again, the students have all of 2020-2021 school term to get that M. Now we will talk a little bit about Zooming. I have to brag, our kindergarten team at Georgetown Elementary did a bang-up job in March. We continued to teach just as if we were in the classroom. We provided those lessons, and we are so grateful for Zoom because that was the only way we could do it. If you will see here, this is one of our little meetings that we had, and I wanted to pinpoint some things that we noticed throughout Zoom. When you're in Zoom, the way that you'll access our Zoom is through your Class Dojo. It's very important for you to sign up. So we will put a link into Class Dojo where it will be very simple. All you do is click on the blue link. Once you click on the blue link, it's going to add you right into our Zoom. It may have you in the waiting room, and it'll give you a message saying, hey, wait, the host hasn't started the meeting yet. Give them a moment. Once we invite you into the meeting, you'll pop in, and then your name appears on your screen. We're asking that when you sign your student in, please update the student's name for attendance purposes, and so we'll know who we're getting to know. In March, we knew all of our students, but now it's new. We need to know your students, so we have to get to know their faces, which we're used to doing in person. So we're asking that you not name your phone, your student iPhone, as you see in this picture, but you'll change their name to what their first and last name is so that we can start associating the faces with the names to get to know our students. Mrs. Mackenzie is going to bring you some Zoom lesson etiquette to think about.
And since we are going to be Zooming all day, every day, we are just going to look at a few etiquette that we need at least to adhere to every day so we can maximize the time for learning. As you look at the first picture, it says no laying in bed. The second one says no eating. And the third one is no distraction from others in the household. Students should use the restroom before class begins. Bathroom breaks will take place between whole group and small group sessions. Students should have appropriate clothes on. Students need to sit up at a table with their device in front of them. And this one, again, we will have some latitude and some flexibility because we do understand that in some homes, there are more than one child in the house. And so they may have different spaces. It may just be one table. So they may be, sorry, in another room, but be ready with your computer, maybe on a flat surface so you can learn. Students should have materials. Their essentials should be ready. Pencils, crayons, scissors, glue stick, graphic organizers, resource sheets sent from teachers, ready and next to them. It is important you can just place those and organize them in a little basket or a little plastic container beside with all the necessary essentials. The next bullet, students should pay attention to the teacher at all times. And the third bullet, students should participate and stay focused during the lesson. We are going to look at our schedule. We look at the subject and we look at the time. The morning meeting review begins promptly at 8 to 8:30. ELA whole group at 8:30 a.m. to 8:50 a.m. and you're going to log into Zoom. ELA station breakout sessions 8:50 a.m. to 10 a.m. and again you'll be logged into Zoom. The lunch will be from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The math whole group from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Again, you'll be logged into Zoom. Math station breakout sessions, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Again, we know we are logging into Zoom. Then we have brain break, that is, we stretch, we go to the bathroom, we shake out the jiggles, whatever we have to come back. And we do that at 11:30 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. Then we have science at 11:45 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and you're logging into Zoom. Social studies, 12:30 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. and you're logging into Zoom. Then at recess for 1:15 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Then at the end of the day, we have specials, which include music, art, PE, media, and computer. And at this time, it is 1:50 p.m. to 2:30 p.m.
Okay. Our paraprofessionals have been contacting you guys and signing you up for our ESGI Click Click Done assessment. Please make sure that you give them a time and you have your student available on Zoom. We are doing this assessment so that we can know where your child is, what level they're currently on, and where we need to start working with them on to move them forward for the rest of the year. We will do these ESGI Click Click Done assessments throughout the year and send you the results of them. But if the child is not available on Zoom, then we're unable to do it. We do ask that when our paraprofessionals or when we come online to test your student, that you will allow that student to remain at the computer by themselves. This is not the time for the parent or siblings or anyone else to give them clues. It won't be a valid assessment of what they know. And if you give them the answer and they really don't know it, then we're going to move forward thinking that they know it. So the best thing that we can do at this time is to have you to log the child in and leave them at the computer so that we can do their assessment. So we'll have a true picture of what we need to teach them. We appreciate your patience. We know that you guys want those babies to know all of those answers. We completely understand, but we don't want to mark them as knowing something that they really don't know, because then we'll continue on thinking they know it when in actuality they don't. And you can imagine how frustrating that would be for the babies. So just help us out and allow us to go ahead and do this assessment, and there'll be plenty of time for you to help them. We will have a schedule listed on Class Dojo for any students that have not been assessed after Friday of this week. Please make sure you've heard Class Dojo quite a few times throughout this presentation. So we hope that you understand how important it is for you to sign up, and do it as soon as possible, please. I'm going to ask now that you will please join our PTA. Our PTA is only $5, and it will help with assisting the school with giving back to the children and doing things for the children. I promise every dollar that they collect, it goes to the kids and providing different things for them. At this time, I would like to mention our wonderful paraprofessionals who you've been speaking with to schedule appointments for your students. We have Mrs. Woods Parker, we have Mrs. Tripp, and we have Mrs. Guilford, who has not joined us yet, but she is on the way. We could not be able to do any of this without their assistance, so we thank them so much for all that they have done and are doing and will do. If you have any questions, as soon as you sign in to Class Dojo, you'll be able to send those questions to us. We'll be more than happy to answer them. We are here to assist you. Please be patient with us. We'll be patient with you as we learn this new way of learning and teaching. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation, and we hope that you'll have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.
Can't wait to see you and meet you.